League as we are back for event number 15. Hello again, friends. I'm Keanu Bittersity. Glad to have you here as we are really coming down to the final push for a championship. You see on the left side of your screen the overall standings. It's really mostly a two-team race between Oris 1 and Flush. The Snow Wolves also within 14 points. 20 points back are the Savage Jackal in 4th, and the Steel Brothers have fallen all the way to 5th with 129 points. So really just a two-team race as of right now. Lots of things can change. As we saw earlier in the season, it seemed as though it was almost inevitable that the Steel Brothers were going to win the championship. Even though they hadn't even won an event, they were so dominant early on, they have severely fallen off. And so we're down to Oris 1 and Flush as the two main competitors as we get ready for today's event. Look at the trophy they'll compete for today, one step closer to a championship in this league. The teams are ready. The fans are ready. Are you ready? This is event number 15 of the 2021 Marble Champions League. This is baseball. As you have a look at our course, a lot of the ways that you've seen many of these events go that involve different courts or fields that they're being played on. They'll go through a course, a typical marble course, onto the field. There it is right there. And they'll score either 8, 10, or 5 points, or maybe none at all if they're not able to score off that fidget spinner bat. Down to straightaway center field, going to get you the most points, 10, if you can hit it straightaway center. There are the groupings on your screen, as always. A, B, C, and D. Top two from each group will advance. Meanwhile, the bottom two will sort their way out through 9th through 16th. We'll start with Group A. Tatu Bola, Onyx, Archangels, and Flush. One early on. Flush right now running in third. Again, it doesn't really matter how you get down, just what you score. Got a couple of 8s there from Onyx, and I believe that was Tatu Bola. Nope, that was the Archangels who picked up 8. Flush does not score. Let's have a look at the replay. Flush knocked out early, and a big blow to their hopes. There's the score easily for Onyx, and there were the Archangels just off to the right of the left field opening. Was Flush. They are unable to score. They are knocked out in the group stage. And now Group B becomes a very important grouping. As Oris 1 is a part of that group, they can really separate themselves. They're along with the Janitors, the Sphery Spiders, and the Snow Wolves. The Janitors taking a long time to get down. That might actually work in their advantage. They'll have maybe a little bit of field to play with. There's a score. Look like 8 for the Snow Wolves. There's 8 more for the Janitors. No score from Oris 1, they're knocked out, as are the Sphery Spiders, they don't score. Oris 1 with an opportunity to take a huge lead. If they're able to score some points, advance further in today's event, they failed to do so. They really never had a chance, as you see on the replay here. I'm surprised that the Janitors were even able to score, as it looked like there just wasn't a whole lot of momentum. There it was. Wow, man, just got it to knock in the left field opening. We've seen 4 scores, all of them into the left field spot for 8 points. So that is going to make it very interesting now as we go into the final event between these top two. Oh, by the way, could we get maybe one of the next two? 3rd and 4th place, could they get into this as we go into Group C with the Lynx Ruffus, the Blue Jackets, Swiftblade, and the Savage Jackal? They're one of them. That was a score, I believe, from Swiftblade. There's another score. I believe that was 10. Yep, Lynx Ruffus picked up 10. Swiftblade picks up an 8. Savage Jackal picked up 8, but they're eliminated off the timed tiebreaker. And the Blue Jackets unable to score. There's the 8 that's going to get Swiftblade in. There's the 10 to straightaway center for Lynx Ruffus. Blue Jackets didn't score, and there were the 8 points, but it was too late at that point based on the tiebreaker for Savage Jackal. They're eliminated and will not advance into the semifinal. Into Group D, the Vikings, Speedy Hunters, Steel Brothers, and Trojans. Did the Steel Brothers make a late gasp attempt at this? Looking for a score. I don't think we've gotten one yet. There was one. 5 points for the Trojans. They advance, as do the Speedy Hunters, and that's because they were the first team down. With a time of 7.783 over the 7.910 of the Steel Brothers. They're eliminated, as are the Vikings. so they can't do anything about it. Maybe the Janitors could have a chance to try to get a little bit closer in this one, but a very interesting group stage knocks out a lot of big-name competitors as we move into the semifinals. Off they go, the Archangels, Onyx, Janitors, and Snow Wolves. This one down to the Janitors. There's 8 points. There's a 10. Gonna need some big scores. Instead, no score from the Archangels or Onyx. Snow Wolves put up 10. They get the win in the semifinal. And the transfer spot goes to the Janitors. Saw the Janitors got down in a hurry. They scored quickly. And wow, look at that. A ricochet off of Onyx puts in the 10 points for the Snow Wolves. That is huge and a killer for the Onyx as they will be eliminated in the semifinal round. It moves the Snow Wolves and Janitors into the finale. Semifinal B now. See what happens. First one down is going to be the Trojans. And our first score, looking for it. There's 8 points. And that's going to be it. Quickly, no one else scores, and the Trojans, by virtue of being the first to hit the field, they are advancing into the finale. Swiftblade scores the 8 points. Wow, look at that. That was in and out for 5 points for Swiftblade. Then they knocked it into left field for 8. So they scored twice, kind of, as they couldn't quite hold on to those 5 points down the right field line. Picked up 8 instead. Either way, any score was going to do it for them. And the Trojans were the first to hit the course, so they're able to advance as well based on the time tiebreaker. As we get to our finale, going to try to shake it up here as we get late into the season. Just one more event after today. We'll see where everybody shakes out with that group staging as far as where they're placed, 9th through 16th. We'll fit somewhere in there, but first we've got a champion to determine. Swiftblade, the Janitors, Snow Wolves, and Trojans. First one down is going to be Swiftblade. What late get for the Trojans there, as the Trojans picked up 8, as did the Janitors. The Janitors, as we'll see on the replay, win the gold with 8 points to left field. Let's have a look at it. First one down was Swiftblade, but they didn't score. Where's the game winner? There it is. Perfectly done off the left field foul area. Off the corner of this field. Perfectly placed. And actually, for that matter, the Trojans did the exact same thing. The problem is they did it 1.7 seconds later, and so they'll take home the silver. The bronze goes to Swiftblade based on the time tiebreaker, and the Trojans come away without a medal in 4th place. Congratulations to the Janitors. You can see their cheering section loving it here as they get the win. And we'll look at the event results for today. The full results, which will give us a little bit more clarity of what we're going to look at coming in. 4-point lead when we began the event. As it pops up, Oris 1 picked up 2 points. Flush picked up 3 points. They gain only 1 point. But it's a 3-point game going into the final week of the season, so this is going to be very, very close. The Janitors win it over the Trojans, Swiftblade, Snow Wolves, and Lynx Rufus, the top 5 from today's overall standings. And now we're going to move into the total season standings. Here we go with one more to go. It's a 3-point lead. The Snow Wolves, with a big week, move within 4 points. It's a 3-team race for the championship. Oris 1 at 154, Flush at 151, the Snow Wolves at 150. It is tight as we go into event number 16, the final week of the season. And these teams certainly going to have some thinking to do. Congratulations to Swiftblade. They will take home 3rd place. The Trojans take home 2nd, but today everybody aspires to be the Janitors. They get the win in baseball here in today's event. Going to make them feel a little bit better about what's been an up and down season for them, and it is certainly going to be a But yet it all comes down to this as we welcome you to the finale of the 2021 Marble Champions League. Hello again, friends. I'm Keanu Bitterzuki. Glad to have you here for what will be ultimately a championship deciding run. You see the overall standings on the left side of your screen. Oris 1, Flush, and the Snow Wolves all within 4 points of each other as the top 3. Then 11 points back to the Savage Jackal. 3 more points back to the Janitors, 2 more points back to the Steel Brothers. Those are the 6 teams that are within 20 points of the leader coming into today's final event. We have seen a lot of ups and downs. We have seen a lot of momentum shifts. And maybe today we get yet another one, and we end up with possibly a surprise champion. No clear favorite, obviously, in the catbird seat is Oris 1 with a slight 3-point lead, but it really is anybody's game as we see the course for today's finale event, which is a 4-lap race. It's a long lap, so we're not going to just rush through today's event to crown a champion, but certainly going to be an exciting event. And again, you never know what's going to happen in the 2021 Marble Champions League, so we don't have any idea who's going to come out on top and come out as the victor. For the final time, the teams are ready, the fans are ready. Are you ready? This is event number 16, the finale of the 2021 Marble Champions League. This is the lift run. Our course for today's event is a long, winding course involving everything from funnels to those switchback portions of the course, even to those climbing stairs there. You see the blue and white stairs will cause an interesting, different portion of the course that we've never seen before. That's down in Sector 3. It's a 3-sector course. And then there is the lift hill, which will bring you right back to the start, which is also the finish. You see there at that green flag, the first green flag on the left side, is where you set up for the start. It's also where you'll restart the next lap. So ultimately, that's our finish line as well. 4 laps to determine a champion, and we are off. Here we go. Let's see who grabs the quick lead. It's going to be Swiftblade in the lead, followed by the Steel Brothers and Onyx. Now in the lead of the Blue Jackets. They make their way down to the 3rd funnel very quickly. They're followed closely by the Janitors, it looks like. There's maybe Flush in there as well. That's the case. It's a crowded funnel there as they're looking to make their way through those 2 different areas with the funnels, or with the, the windmills as they make their way to the switchback portion of the course. It's a crowded course here. Right now it's the Janitors in the lead, followed by Swiftblade and the Speedy Hunters, and now the Speedy Hunters are stuck. They're going to get hit eventually. Let's see how much time it costs them. Doesn't look like it cost them a whole lot of time. It's the Janitors in the lead making their way up the stairs for the first time, followed by Swiftblade, the Trojans, the Sphery Spiders, and the Speedy Hunters, the top 10. Oris 1, your championship leader coming in, runs in 7th right now. And the Janitors, who came in, as we said, what it was, the 18 points, I believe, 18 points back. They're going to need a whole lot of help, but it's not impossible for them. Now it's the Speedy Hunters in the lead, followed by the Steel Brothers and the Trojans. The Janitors running 4th, the Sphery Spiders are 5th, Oris 1 still running back in 7th. Flush has moved their way up to 5th. They're now in a good spot championship-wise. And now they're all the way into the lead here in lap 2. Big run for them. Oris 1 has made their way onto the 2nd lap, but it's now Flush who's pulling ahead. They're the only one in that lone first blue funnel there. Let's see if they can pull. Not going to happen. Here comes Swiftblade. They're going to try to make a pass for the lead, and here come a couple more. That's the Steel Brothers and Lynx Rufus. Who gets out first? Here comes Oris 1. They're now into 5th. They're making themselves known in that blue funnel there. And now they are the first through that funnel. They're in the lead, followed by Swiftblade. Here come the Trojans, Lynx Rufus, and it's Lynx Rufus that comes out first. They're going to make their way down onto the portion that's going to lead us to the switchbacks, and right now it is Lynx Rufus ahead of the Janitors. Who's going to come out first? It's going to be the Steel Brothers. They're going to be followed by Lynx Rufus. The Janitors running 3rd. Now here come Oris 1. Can they get it done? Through that first orange funnel toward the lift hill here are the Steel Brothers. Here come a couple more. Right now it's the Steel Brothers in the lead. They're alone on that lift hill mechanism as they make their way into lap number 3. They've got the lone lead right now, trying to build an advantage here over Lynx Rufus. And the Janitors who just came through there, they are going to take over 2nd place. Now they might take over the lead. They're going to try to make the pass. And they may have gotten it done. We switched away from that camera momentarily to show you that Flush has moved into 3rd. 4th is the Lynx Rufus. Oris 1 is in a battle for a championship. They're running in 5th. It is close right now between Flush and the Lynx Rufus, and the Vikings have gotten a blue flag to get out of the way. They're moving awfully slow. They've been lapped. Well, that's certainly not what they wanted to see. And now a yellow flag is out for the Trojans. They are stuck on the course, and now they're going to be knocked back on. That could have been a big problem. Meanwhile, it's Lynx Rufus ahead of Steel Brothers. Oris 1 has moved into 3rd. Flush has dropped all the way back to 8th, but now Lynx Rufus is in trouble. They're going to get out of that issue there where they were stopped. They're still the leaders ahead of Steel Brothers. Oris 1 up there as well. Now here comes Flush. They're going to retake second place. Lynx Rufus again is stopped on the switchback portion of the course. Things are getting wild right now on lap number 3. It is Flush who may be in the lead, or maybe it's going to be Tatu Bola out of nowhere, followed by the Steel Brothers. Flush is in third. Oris 1 has dropped all the way back to 7th. It's just a 3-point lead, remember, coming in. Flush right now in position to be the championship winner. Now they're going to drop back to 4th. Things get a little more muddy. The Steel Brothers are now the leaders. They were the championship favorites almost the entire season. They have fallen back severely, and we are into the final lap. The Steel Brothers take the white flag, followed by the Blue Jackets. Lynx Rufus ahead of Tatu Bola. The Flush have dropped back a couple more spots. It's moving them out of the championship lead. Oris 1 running in 7th right now would be your champion. And they are running side by side along with the Snow Wolves. Those are the top 3, and they're all running very close. Now the Snow Wolves have jumped all the way up to 3rd. They're in advantage now. They're trying to make some passes. Tatu Bola just made a pass for the lead ahead of the Steel Brothers, followed by the Snow Wolves. Flush has moved up to 4th. Oris 1 stays steady in 7th place. Things are getting awfully tight as we've still got marbles making their way onto the final lap, but who really cares about them at this point? It's all about Tatu Bola in the lead for the win, but then also the Snow Wolves who may have just taken a pass for the lead. Yes, they did. Followed by the Steel Brothers. Tatu Bola is going to drop back to 3rd, and now the Steel Brothers are in the lead ahead of the Snow Wolves. Flush is in 5th. Now they're in 4th. Oris 1 stays in 7th, and the Snow Wolves are in 2nd. Things are getting awfully tight. The Steel Brothers still in the lead. Oris 1 has dropped off the top 8 leaderboard. They are in severe trouble of losing this one. The Sphery Spiders getting a blue flag there, telling them to move out of the way. It's a battle for the win, maybe a battle for a championship for the Snow Wolves. Right now the Steel Brothers in the lead. Now it's a 3-way race between the Blue Jackets, Snow Wolves, and Steel Brothers. Boy, things are getting insane at the end of this one. Coming across for the final time, it's the Blue Jackets that get the win. They're going to take the 20 points. Here come the Steel Brothers for 2nd. Flush is going to take 3rd away from the Snow Wolves. 15 points for them. The Snow Wolves pick up 12 points. The Janitors finish in 5th. It is all over. Flush is going to win the championship. Oris 1 finishes 5 points behind. They came in with just a 3-point advantage. They came back to finish in 6th after struggling and falling all the way off the top half leaderboard, but ultimately, it's not enough. Flush is going to pick up 15 points. Oris 1 gets just 10, and that's enough to get it done. Unbelievable by Flush. A back and forth race here in the lift run that really could have seen anything as we're waiting for these last few marbles to finish up. Coming across the line is Swiftblade and the Archangels, and now Savage Jackal in 11th, 12th, and 13th. And we're going to go ahead and close this one out. Boy, that is one heck of a finish. There are the official results. The winner is the Blue Jackets, who win yet again. They've done that multiple times this year. But the real winner today is Flush. They win the championship. We'll show the final overall results in a moment. And here they are. In a second now, they'll pop up on your screen and we'll get to see the official results. There they are. By 2 points, Flush is your champion of the 2021 Marble Champions League. 166. Oris 1 will finish 2nd at 164 points. The Snow Wolves are 3rd. The Steel Brothers are 4th. The Janitors run in 5th. Followed by Savage Jackal and the Blue Jackets, who won that event, finish in 7th overall for the championship series. Gonna go ahead and pull up the podium. Flush picks up enough points to take the lead after finishing 3rd. They get the bronze. The silver goes to the Steel Brothers. I normally would say that today they all aspire to be the Blue Jackets. However, today everybody really does aspire to be Flush. They get the championship win. Don't take anything away from the Blue Jackets, who definitely had an up and down season. They get the win to finish out this year, so congratulations to them and what they were able to do. But ultimately, it's Flush that gets the victory. Party is on for the green and black and their fans, who, as we've said, this entire season have done a fantastic job of packing the house. They do it once again today. There is the specific cheering section for Flush, and I'm sure you're going to hear a lot of cheers throughout the entire crowd. Those that were rooting specifically for the team in green and black, those were that were rooting just for a great round of racing. We certainly saw that today, a lot of back and forth, and like we said, anything can happen. Ultimately, it is one of the top three that gets it done, and they get it done with a bronze